Hi guys, not a sewing project today, but I have something else that I'm doing that I'm excited for. I am making one of these. I'm also going to be putting drawers in this bottom section and a door on this top section. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm hopefully going away in October and I will be camping, and because not every campsite has, well, wheelchair access properly, I'm trying to do my best to make sure that I'm able to take everything that I need to be comfortable with me, which also means minimizing the amount of bags I'll be using. So I'm going to be making this up so that I can create a strapping mechanism, I guess is the right word. Contraption? Anyway, I'm going to be making up a strapping cage thing to hold this so that way I can put it in the tent next to my camp bed, and it's already got all the gear that I need in it, and that way I don't have to carry an extra rucksack with all my clothes and all my camping equipment, and I can just strap things onto that and it'll make it a lot easier. Much later I will also be making a folding vanity along the lines of one that I saw Skilltree, a fabulous channel. They're amazing, I love their stuff. But the one that I will be making is based on their one, so go watch it. Seriously, Skilltree are amazing. If I can figure out how to tag them. Hi babe, Charlie. Well, Charlie's made an appearance. Hey baby, good girl. I will see about tagging Skilltree in the description, though I'm not really sure how to at this moment. I'll have to figure that out. But I can, I've watched all of their videos. They're amazing. Well worth a look. After you're done with me, go check them out, seriously. So Charlie is doing an inspection of everything. Is that up to snuff, Charles? I think that's a yes. So what we start, I'm gonna go through the pieces that I got in the box. I'm just gonna start with the main actual piece and then deal with the other bits afterwards. So we've got two side panels and three of these. Oh, there we go. We've also got the back, which folds in half, and then that's the inside, that's the outside, it just goes on. We have tacks, which you need to use a hammer to hammer in the back piece when you're done. You also have these little dowels, which help with the construction, to help to stabilize it. You have these, which you know, they're screws, along with an Allen key which fits in to assemble it properly. You get 12 of these, I believe. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, 12. Cool. You also get these, which cap off these. Once they're in, you put one of these into that bit so that it's not so shiny. And you've also got these, which as you can see here, because this piece of furniture can be put in side or tall, it all depends on the orientation. So it's could be either way. So they're not sure like whereabouts you need the drawers if you have them, or shelves if you want them. I got these from B&Q, by the way. They are Connect boxes. They're actually really good. I've got a set of them upstairs in my bedroom. Just with drawers, not with drawers, with shelves as well as doors on mine. But they're to block up any of these are to block up any of the little holes that you are not actually going to be using. Let's say if you just want them for plain ordinary things and you just want to put a like storage box inside it, you can block up all of the holes after you've made the whole thing, or anything like that really. And you also get a wall mounting bracket. I won't be needing this, so I'm gonna put that over there. All right, so I need 3 of these. Okay, so I'm gonna be going through dealing with it pretty much now. My legs aren't that great, so I'm pretty much stuck on the floor today. Hey ho, what are you gonna do about it? Right, for the front and back, what you need to make sure is that you know which one is which. So obviously the painted bit is the front, and the bit that, you know, is still chipboard is the back. I've got it mixed up one time. That's why I'm making sure that you remember. All right, so I'm gonna start with, let's move the camera. Move my leg out of the way. Hi. We're gonna start with the bottom piece. And we're just dealing with one side at the moment without having to deal with the other side. Now, that is the outside of it. Yeah, good point. When you look at the 3 middle pieces, 2 of them will have one side that is basically blank, and one of them will have holes on both sides. This is the middle bit. I say it like that because I've made that mistake and I don't want you to. No. Okay, so that bit gets put to the side, and we also don't need that one right now. So yeah, this is the middle. This is the bottom, I mean. So there are pre-drilled holes in it. What we want to do first is, where did I put them? Aha. These. We need one of these to pop into the middle piece. I might as well just stick the other 2 in there so that I don't lose them, because I know what I am like. And then you just angle this onto it so you get the hole, and that holds it there so that when you put these in, let me turn it around so I can show you. Oh, and it comes off. What a surprise. Anyway, so you then put these in. Hang on. Can you see it now? Cool. Put it in that hole there, as well as on the other side. Now it should line up. If it isn't, If it doesn't really go in, double check it and line it up. Make sure it is lined up properly. Now, what did I do with the Allen key I literally had 2 seconds ago? I always do this. Why do I always do this? Aha! It was hiding amongst the screws. Alright. So you just put the Allen key in and start tightening it. Ow. I would suggest leaning it against a hard surface like a wall, or in this case, the box, so that as you tighten it up, it becomes, really tight. And you have something to push against to give it more leverage, since you will be needing to hold this one up. So you just keep doing this till they're in, basically, for all three, and then you do the same on the other side. So I'll meet you back when I've done, when I've put all three of the pieces in. And actually, tell you what, I'm gonna come back when I've put in this piece, so I can show you how to hopefully balance it and use gravity to make this a lot easier. Alright, see you in a minute. And ta-da! We have a bottom. Right, so now I'm gonna put it like that, with lining. Make sure that you have the middle piece and that it is in the correct direction. In other words, if you have white here, you need white here. I'm not talking from experience, honest. And then it's just a case of rinse and repeat, except this one will be a lot easier because you'll have more room. Well, you'll have more room to actually twirl the. I'm going to move you a second. If the phone will stay, you'll actually have more room to twirl it. Makes it so much quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on all the other three, and on this end bit as well. And then I'll show you how I sort out the other side. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, now's the time when I realized I messed up. Basically, hey kitten. Oops. This piece, the holes are supposed to be on the other side. This is the top piece. There's the top, middle, and bottom. So now I'm going to have to take this piece out, switch it out with this piece, and then I can add this piece. I said add that bit to the top. Yay. Who else feels like they need more caffeine? I'm gonna stop, get myself a coffee, and then I'll do all that work. I'll get back to you when it's actually correct. Okay, I am back. Charlie is looking like a movie star. Aren't you, darling? Yes. We all know she's gorgeous. Come on. And I am properly caffeinated. Alright, I have managed to get all three. Don't know, I can't see it on camera, but and we have a cabinet. Except it doesn't have a back yet. So what we do, we grab that, put it down, grab our back piece, and plop it down like that. Then we take the little tacks that we got in here and distribute them evenly, pretty much. Hammer, tack. Make sure you actually do hammer it into the actual wood, because otherwise it might catch on the inside. So I'm going to make sure it's at each corner, and then we'll see how many we got and where else I think they need to be. Probably one at each place where, one in the middle where it, intersects. But we have several of these, so I'm gonna be having some fun with a hammer for a few minutes. See you in a minute. Okay, I screwed up again. Basically, be very careful when you're nailing them in that you don't put too much weight on this particular piece, because I slipped and kind of put my hand through and I kind of broke it a little bit, but gonna have to run with the punches, so let's get on with it. Either that or I have some plywood. At a later point I may be able to replace this. Depends on how much of it I use. Oh well, it's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna be tacking it everywhere I can. And I may be putting some tape over it and painting. Hopefully no one will be able to tell. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I pinned in everywhere that I can. Now I'm gonna use these. These obviously go into here, and you can either push it real hard or just. Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. Oh, she's fine. And then you just cover it with one of these little sticker thingies to make it easier to paint over. And it should be in the operative word. Charlie, why are you licking that? Charlie, stop it, Papa. Should make it easier to paint. You know what? I don't like them. I'm not using the stickers. Personal choice. We each have our own personal choices to make, and that's mine. So we pop those into all of these little holes. Ha ha ha. And then I'm just gonna smack them with a hammer. Turn over to the other side and do the same. And then we officially have the main body finished. Obviously I need to fix the back at a different point. I'm not going to do that today because honestly I don't have the energy. It's very hot. and I just don't have the energy. So I'm just gonna do this, put the whole thing together today, and painting and replacing the back or fixing the back, either way, will happen on another day, possibly in another video. Okay. These are the pieces that I will need to put the door in. As you can see, I've already tapped all the holes that I will not be needing. I will probably be replacing that back at some point. But hey ho, what can you do right now? Moving forward. This part goes into the corner to stop the door from going any further than it needs to. Obviously, this part's the door. I know it's a completely different colour, but they didn't have white, and I didn't want to wait for it to be delivered. Because I am impatient. When I want to do something, I just want to get it over with. This is the door handle. I don't actually like it. I'm going to replace it with one of these beauties. Luckily, it also just has a screw on the back. So I will be putting that on there. I will obviously be taking it off when I paint, but for now, I'm just going to put this one on. And this will be one of the final touches when I actually finish the whole thing. These are actually my hinges. These little bits go into here. And then the door has, well, they can either go on that side or that side, whichever way around you want the door to open. It really does not matter. And if you had the thing sideways, you would be able to put it in like that. So that's how these are made to be so multi-purpose. It's brilliant. I absolutely love these. But yeah, and this is the so this section just goes into there, and then it slots in, and pretty much once it's in, it ain't coming out. So that's the last piece I'll be doing. In fact, I probably won't be adding this to the whole thing because I will want to paint this, and I'm not sure about painting it while it's on the thing. So I don't want to miss a spot. But this section goes to the opposite corner. You can't see any holes on this side. This is definitely the front. And this is the back. And you can see a slight hole there. Well, that is for this to go in. And it will ensure that it doesn't swing open, so it just magnetically seals onto there to make sure it doesn't swing open unless you actually want it to. Alright, so I'm gonna start putting all these pieces together. First of all, I need to decide which way round I want the door. I think that way's fine. So I will have it this way up, and I will pop this one into here as a significant, as an indicator. Alright, I'm gonna deal with this bit. First, it lines up with that hole there, and then just screws in, and I'll show you in a second. And there we go. It is drilled all nicely into place. That will not come off anymore. Why do I keep saying drill when I mean screwdriver? That is screwed in nice and safe. Now I'm gonna start with the door next to attach the bits that need to go on there. And to double check that I've got the correct sides, that is up the correct way, because that bit would go into there. So I need to switch this around, and this bit goes on there with the little screw into it, and obviously I can't do that while I'm holding the camera, so I'll show you that in a minute. Alright, that's on, and now I'm moving down to the handle. I've popped the screw in, and it will come out that side. Well, as soon as I find the hole, it will anyway. And that, oh, for goodness sake, forgive my clumsiness today. This will fit onto here, and I'll be able to use the screwdriver to tighten that up. And of course later it will be replaced by a much nicer one. And I'll show you that all done in a minute. And the handle is on. Obviously it's a really modern one, and I keep repeating myself, sorry, but I will be changing that because I just don't think it looks right. But it will go in that space, and it will open up like that, and it will stop right where that is, and you have to give it a good little tug to open it. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now, and I have the drawers to make, and they're gonna be going at the bottom there. So I've gone ahead and made one of the drawers, because in all honesty I don't have a freaking clue what I was doing, so I wanted to check. This one works. It's good. So according to the instructions, you start with the this is the front, because you see the bit with the hole for the handle, and these two other sides, you can tell from the back because it ain't got nothing, no holes on the sides. So it's the front one. I'm gonna put the handle on first, because it means then I don't have to do it later. I ended up not using this part of the handle because the things that came with it were just too big, and it just would not fit in properly. For some reason I couldn't get it to work, so I have pilfered the screws out of the handles that came with this one. I'm gonna show you what I mean for a second. So if I put it on there, and then if I screw it in, I cannot tighten it any further, and yet there is that much room on the other side. So that's a dud. But unfortunately, this one is not long enough to incorporate this bit as well. So I am using just the knobby bit. I think it still looks alright. It's like my dad always says, if you don't try, you don't know. Oh, I was just trying to figure out where my cat was because I could hear her, but I couldn't see her. She is there. Isn't she gorgeous? It's alright, I know it's a well-known fact that Charlie is absolutely gorgeous. And nobody can ever deny that. Sorry. Alright, so that one's on. The next thing we're gonna behave. Next thing we're gonna do is take the sides. You actually separate them. It took me a little while to figure this out. Now, for this one, there's this little like lever, and you press it one way and it just comes out. I was there for ages trying to figure out how the hell to open these blasted things. But it's just, you lever them. Who knew it was that simple? I didn't. Now, the bit you need is the inside bit, so the ones with the things. When I first did it, I screwed these bits directly to the drawer. Yes, I can be an idiot, apparently. So you need these bits. Which screw again is it? It is number 8 screws, so the little pointy ones. Cool. Those are here. In this packet you got little pointy ones and fairly flat screws as well. Flat screws are for in a few minutes. So toss it over there. Don't worry, I'll clean all this mess up in a minute. So the little pointy ones. Now you need the outside, which is this bit. And this bit points towards the front. And you need to make sure you know which way these are. Because this bit needs to be at the back. Yeah. So this way round. So this is the front and the levery bit is at the back. Now you want to make sure that you put one of the screwdrivers in the very last one of the screws. What? I can't English well today, guys, sorry. Put one of the screws into that one. See the very last hole. If it will behave. Apparently it will not behave. Oh, for pity's sake. You do need to press down really hard to be able to actually get it to actively screw in. Though, don't screw this one too tight. Do it so it can move around just a little bit for now. Because you want to make sure that this one peeks through with the hole at the bottom. So not this top one, but that one just there. So we're gonna... And this one you can do like proper tight. And then go back and tighten up that first one. And do this on both sides. And I will see you when both sides are done. Alright, for this next bit, we're going to need dowels and these funny little things. In a minute, we will also need these little contraptions. First of all, we put the dowels in the top bits. And these bits screw into here, but make sure that you do them flat, because trust me, it makes a difference. Oh, for pity's sake. Like I said, it makes a difference. I am starting to think maybe I should have done that after this. Okay, I'm just going to take it out. I can always put it back in after I've done this bit. There we go. Flat. Alright, and tethering. Obviously, you do this on both drawers. For goodness sake. Alright, so I'm going to show you on this side. Yeah, this is the correct side. I'm going to get rid of that hair first. Ugh. So there's that hole and there's that hole, which is in line with this one. This one is where the dowel goes. And that one, that goes through like that. And that's where this part comes in. You want to make sure that this section is open onto it, and you slip it in there, push it in, and then screwdriver it, and it locks on like that. There we go. And I'm just going to repeat that on the other side and then put this back on. Okay. Alright, that both sides are done. Now is time to take the bottom and make sure the white side is facing the inside. It might take a couple of goes to figure out which way. Oh, got it in perfectly that time. Last time I tried, I had to turn it because I put it in the wrong direction. There seems to be a lengthways and a shorter ways, but that's pretty good. The next step is to secure this piece. So we put that in, and we use the slightly bigger ones that come with it, and they just go in at those holes and through into holes that are already drilled. And I recommend doing the upper one first in order to make sure that it's going in correctly. And then just screwing them all in. You've seen me screw things in. You know how to do it. Come on, guys. So, I'll show you the rest in a minute. I've already obviously put in this one so that I could check what I was doing. And the next bit you want to do is make sure that this moving bit is in the middle and not blocking the holes at either end. And you want to make sure that the stopper is at this end and that this one can come all the way forward so the drawer can actually open. Because if you put it around the other way around, you know, the drawer won't work. So now we're just going to screw these in with these fairly blunt ones. They're just going to screw in like that on each side. And I'll come back in a minute when I've done that. Alright, they are in there good and tight. I also wanted to mention to make sure that you put these on the outside, because there are three rows of holes. I've obviously blocked these up now because they're no longer necessary, but there's 3 possible holes, and you want to make sure that you put them on the outer 2, because if you put it in the middle, it won't work. So I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll show you, hopefully, how the drawers go in. I've put the bottom one in, and I'm gonna just add this second one. It can be a little bit tricky to line them up, in all honesty. For some reason, I think I did something wrong with this drawer, because it seems to not want to go in all the way. So I'm going to remove it again. If it would be nice and not be a pain in the butt, I'll take it off camera, and then I'm going to look at it, because I think maybe I might have gotten this bit wrong. Because the bit that is attached to the cabinet is on the exact same place, and it's definitely this drawer, because it did, so as you can see, it's not going in fully. So that means that there is something wrong with this mechanism, which I will investigate and get back to you in a minute. Okay, I have figured out what it is. These should be in this hole. This whole thing, this mechanism needs to be moved to those holes instead of where they currently are. So I'm going to correct that mistake, and then we'll see. Okay, potential problem corrected, and now we will see if it actually works. Okay, and that side. Oh, I do jump. I am struggling with lining the damn things up. There we go. Yay! And with the door being on, that is roughly what it will look like when it is completely finished, except it's going to be painted. I'm not entirely sure what the, more likely green and brown, to go with there's an outfit I'm making, which its core colors are green, gold and brown. So we shall see how it is when it is completely done. And I'm now hungry, and I need another drink, and I've been at this for several hours, and my front room looks like a tip. So I need to sort all this out, and Charlie's coming over to say goodbye. Say bye. Do you think Charlie approves? Is again the kitten seal of approval? Yeah, I think she's alright with it. Okay, so I will love you and leave you. And I'll see you next time I make something. Bye.